800 years ago, someone came closer than anyone else to changing the entire world. His name was Joy Boy, a name buried in silence, a figure erased from history, a story the world was never supposed to remember. And yet, even after 800 years, that name still refuses to disappear. History tells us something simple. Joy Boy failed. A promise was broken. A mission left unfinished. A legend that couldn't become reality. But what if that version of history is incomplete? What if Joy Boy didn't fail the way we think he did? Because the truth is far more unsettling. Joy Boy didn't lose because he was weak. He didn't lose because his power wasn't enough. He lost because of something far more dangerous. Something far more terrifying: timing. To understand this, we need to go back to the most mysterious period in the world of One Piece, the Void Century. 100 years that were not just forgotten, not just hidden, but completely erased. Think about that. Not a war recorded in books, not a fallen kingdom remembered in ruins, but an entire century wiped out of existence. And when something is erased this perfectly, it means one thing. The truth wasn't just dangerous, it was world-ending. Now imagine a man standing at the center of that erased history. A man powerful enough to threaten the entire structure of the world. That man was Joy Boy. But Joy Boy wasn't just strong. He wasn't just a leader. He carried something far more powerful than strength. Freedom. Not the kind of freedom that comes from victory, but the kind of freedom that breaks rules, that bends reality, that refuses to be controlled. The same kind of power we now see in Monkey D. Luffy, a power that laughs in the face of logic, a power that turns imagination into reality, a power that the world government has feared for centuries. Yes, Joy Boy most likely possessed the power of Nika, the same awakening that Luffy achieved, the same form that turns battle into something unpredictable, something uncontrollable, something unstoppable. So now the question becomes unavoidable. If Joy Boy had that kind of power, how did he fail? Stay with me, because the answer isn't in his strength, it's in the world around him. During the Void Century, the world was fundamentally different. It wasn't unstable, it wasn't divided, it wasn't questioning authority, it was unified. 20 powerful kingdoms stood together, not as enemies, but as allies. They controlled the seas, they controlled information, they controlled power itself. And when the world is united against you, even freedom can be suppressed. Joy Boy had the power to fight, but he didn't have the power to unite. There were no global alliances rising in his support, no pirate era challenging the system, no generation inspired to rebel. He had the vision, but the world didn't share it. And this is where the story changes, because we actually have evidence, not in books, not in stories, but carved into stone, the Poneglyph, Joy Boy's apology to Fishman Island. I couldn't keep my promise. Think about that carefully. That is not the voice of someone who simply lost a war. That is the voice of someone who failed to change the world in time. He wasn't defeated in a single battle. He was defeated by the state of the world itself. And while Joy Boy struggled to bring freedom, something else was happening. The rise of the world government. The same 20 kingdoms that opposed him didn't just win, they reorganized the world. They erased history. They destroyed the ancient kingdom. And most importantly, they made sure that Joy Boy's story would never inspire anyone again, because they understood something crucial. If the idea of freedom spreads, control collapses. But here's the twist. Joy Boy understood that too. And this is where his real genius appears. Because Joy Boy didn't just fight, he planned. When he realized the world wasn't ready, he didn't force a victory. He changed his strategy. He chose to wait. Instead of winning in his era, he prepared for the next one. He scattered the Poneglyphs across the world, not just as records of the past, but as a system, a hidden network of truth. Each stone carrying a piece of the story, each location guiding the future. He ensured that even if history was erased, the truth could never truly disappear. And he didn't stop there. The ancient weapons, Pluton, Poseidon, Uranus, power capable of reshaping the entire world, power capable of destroying the balance of control. Joy Boy didn't use them to win. he left them behind because he understood something critical. Power alone is not enough. What truly changes the world is timing. A moment when people are ready. A moment when systems begin to crack. A moment when belief spreads faster than fear. And that moment did not exist 800 years ago. But now, it does. The world today is unstable. Pirates challenge authority. Alliances form across oceans. The world government is no longer absolute. Secrets are leaking. Truth is resurfacing. People are starting to question everything. For the first time in centuries, the world is ready to change. And at the center of that change is Luffy. But Luffy is not just strong. He is not just reckless. He is the embodiment of everything Joy Boy stood for. Freedom, chaos, unpredictability, and most importantly, inspiration, because unlike Joy Boy, Luffy is not alone. He has allies. He has nations behind him. He has a generation that believes in freedom. This time, the conditions are different. This time, the world is ready, and that changes everything. Because the truth is simple. Joy Boy didn't fail because he lacked power. He didn't fail because he made the wrong choices. He failed because he was too early. He tried to bring freedom to a world that wasn't ready to accept it. But now, that world no longer exists. Now the system is breaking. Now the balance is shifting. Now the final war is approaching. And this time, when it begins, it won't be one man against the world. It will be the world against itself. And at the center of it all, Joy Boy's will rise again. So now the real question is, when Monkey D. Luffy reaches the final war, will he succeed where Joy Boy failed? Or will history repeat itself? All over again? Comment Luffy wins or history repeats below. And if you want more deep theories like this, subscribe. Because the next truth about the Void Century might change everything.